Okay, it's just a little bit after 5. I apologize for the delay. I'll go ahead and call the special meeting, Monday, December 16th, 2013, meeting of the Logansport Common Council to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Roll call, please.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Here.
Bob Bishop.
Here.
Joe Buck.
Here.
Gary Fox.
Here.
Charlie Hastings.
Here.
Chuck Liddell.
Present.
Teresa Popejoy. Present.
All members are present and accounted for. Approval of minutes from the December 2nd, 2013 ADA hearing.
Your Honor, I make a motion that both the ADA hearing and the council meeting minutes be accepted as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes. Minutes are approved on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. I will refrain from comments for tonight. Is there any petitions or comments of citizens? Okay. Are there any reports from committees, boards, or commissions?
Mayor Franklin, the Finance Committee met on Thursday evening to discuss some issues that are before the board tonight.
Okay. And by the way, Council, I do want to revert back under comments of the mayor. Some of you have already noticed there are 2 items for us to consider at tonight's meeting. One of them is Resolution 2013-47. The other one is 2013-48. Neither of those were added to the agenda, and we have had committee meetings on them that we just didn't get them on the agenda in time. And I believe that we have met the threshold that this is eligible to be placed on the agenda, but I will ask you to suspend the rules. You're all familiar with both of the ordinances, both of the resolutions. I'll ask you to suspend the rules and to go ahead and consider those tonight.
Mayor, the Utilities Committee also met about some things on the agenda tonight also.
Okay.
Your Honor, we also had a meeting of the Rules Committee to discuss grant application and acceptance processes and reviewing the ordinance that runs and governs the City Council.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any more reports from committees, boards, or commissions? All right, hearing none. Under old business, ordinance 2013-45. Councilman Liddell, please.
Ordinance 2013-45, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, amending Ordinance 2011-38, approving CEDAT funds to Carter Fuel Systems for use in training its employees. Your Honor, I call for a vote, second reading on Ordinance 2013-45.
Second. Ordinance 2013-45 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on Ordinance 2013-45.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
And Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-45 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed on second reading. Under new business, Resolution 2013-41. Councilman Ashcraft, please.
Resolution 2013-41, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, adopting the Americans with Disabilities Act. Your Honor, I call for a vote on Resolution 2013-41.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. We have Community Development Director Chris Armstrong here if there's questions. This is a project that Chris has undertaken and has been working on for nearly 2 years now, and she's quite astute on this. I'm sure she's willing to talk about it. All right, hearing none, we'll call for a vote on Resolution 2013-41.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Resolution 2013-41 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 2013-42. Councilman Fox.
Resolution 2013-42, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving a fully executed grant agreement to accept Walmart's local giving grant. I motion for Resolution 2013-42.
Second.
Resolution 2013-42 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on Resolution 2013-42.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
yes,
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Resolution 2013-42 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 2013-43. Councilperson Popejoy, please.
Resolution 2013-43, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving a fully executed grant agreement to accept a Kaboom grant. Mayor Franklin, I call for a vote on Resolution 13-14.
Second.
43.
Second.
Resolution 2013-43 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on Resolution 2013-43.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes,
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Resolution 2013-43 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 2013-44. Councilman Buck, please.
Resolution 2013-44, resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, appointing representatives to the Logansport Redevelopment Commission. Your Honor, I call for a motion on 2013-43.
Second.
Resolution 2013-44. 2013-44
Yeah.
has been moved and properly seconded.
We have to insert a name.
Right.
Yes, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to add the names of, I believe our past appointments were Gary Fox and Pat Shaver. I'd like to reappoint those two, please.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded to add the names Gary Fox and Pat Shaver. Is there any discussion on those two names? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote on we'll call for the amendment on Resolution 2013-44.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Abstain?
You can vote on it. It's up to you.
Okay, yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
no,
The amendment passes on a vote of 6 in favor, 1 opposed. Now, the resolution on its entirety. Call for the vote.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
No.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
No.
And Teresa Popejoy.
no,
Resolution 2013-43 passes on a vote of 4 in favor and 3 opposed. Resolution 2013-45. Let's see, that is going to be Councilman Bishop, please.
Okay, Resolution 2013-45, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving the transfer of certain monies for the fire department. Your Honor, I call for a vote on Resolution 2013-45.
Second.
Resolution 2013-45 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Councilman Bishop.
I'd just like to bring up one simple point here that I really haven't made before, and I won't put you through the pain of another amendment tonight. Yeah, but we have this will be the second transfer for the police, and we did the police already, and this will be the second transfer for the fire.
which totals up to about $251,000. We have $512,000 in the Lowett Fund, which is used exclusively for the police and fire equipment. I would have actually liked to have saw this money be taken from that 512, and then we could have actually rolled that $250,000 into the rainy day, which we could have used for anything, and they still would have got everything they want. It's just a procedural deal I just wanted to bring up. That's all I have. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion
Mayor
regarding?
Franklin, I just have a comment. While I don't have a problem with the departments staying within their budget that they've been allocated, I'm having a little heartburn over the cost of this command vehicle. I really think that what's been proposed is beyond what our needs are.
Okay.
I'm having some problems with this.
Okay. If you remember correctly, City Council appropriated $50,000 for a command vehicle in budget season for the 2014 budget. This vehicle is less than was already appropriated, and this maneuver here is only to free up money for next year for a purchase in the future. The two of the fire engines that we have already are 14 years old, and they don't last forever. And it's just money management. I commend the department heads for being able to save money, transfer money, and move money around. Yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow, but cheap fire protection doesn't exist. Is there any further discussion?
We also, we were looking at taking and using that ambulance money to buy this vehicle, right?
The appropriation made during budget time this year, September and October, the original request was for $150,000 for a command vehicle and an ambulance. The amount was reduced to $100,000, and the chief was told to manage his money and buy both vehicles out of that $100,000. It appears now that he's not going to have to do either.
Right.
He can apply that $100,000 towards a future purchase of a fire engine that you're going to have to appropriate one way or another.
Right.
It's coming.
I just wanted to point that out, and I would hope that we could transfer that $100,000 to the rainy day fund.
That's certainly the intent at this
And then
point.
we can use it for anything.
I'm no expert, but I don't believe you can transfer the entire $100,000 to rainy day. But you can encumber the money towards a purchase of a vehicle later, of a fire engine later.
I guess we have to wait and see at the end of the year how much money we actually can transfer. So that's yet to be determined.
It's just money management.
Right.
You're moving money from one account to another.
I'm hoping that
to
we do
save
have
it.
some money left at the end of the year that we can roll over to the rainy day fund.
Certainly confident that we're going to have more than we've ever rolled over before.
Okay.
It'll be up to council to do that as well. Is there any further discussion regarding Resolution 2013-45? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote on Resolution 2013-45.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
No.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Resolution 2013-45 passes on a vote of 6 in favor and 1 opposed. Ordinance 2013-46. That one is going to be Councilman Hastings, please.
Ordinance 2013-46, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, amending Ordinance 2012-37, approving additional appropriations from the non-reverting Logansport Equipment Capital Fund for the purchase of a fire truck. Your Honor, I call for a vote on Ordinance 2013-46.
Okay, Council. You may recall, and for those of you that are in attendance tonight, this ordinance amends an ordinance that was adopted earlier late last year that appropriated $140,000 for a very specific truck, a Seagrave ladder engine. That Seagrave ladder truck was sold prior to our being able to secure the funding and actually purchase the truck. State Board of Accounts indicated that the earlier ordinance was no longer sufficient because it identified a specific truck. So this $140,000 goes towards the purchase that we've already made a couple months ago of a $500,000 Pierce platform. So this replaces an ordinance that was adopted in late 2012, just for clarification. Is there any more discussion regarding 2013-46? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote on ordinance 2000. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been moved and properly seconded. Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on ordinance 2013-46.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
yes,
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-46 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Ordinance 2013-47, Councilman Liddell, please.
Ordinance number 2013-47, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport amending ordinance number 2013-07, adopted on March 4th, 2013. Your Honor, I call for a first vote on ordinance number 2013-47.
second,
Ordinance 2013-47 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on ordinance 2013-47.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I do have a question.
Okay.
I missed the committee meeting after this because I had to go to work, and I'm looking, do we have a end date to what we extended this to?
No. The short answer is no, we do not. Although we've made significant progress, we felt it was best not to put a date, an expiration date on this, just for that reason.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Ordinance 2013-47 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on ordinance 2013-47.
Charlie Hastings,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
No.
Teresa Popejoy,
yes,
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
No.
Ordinance 2013-47 passes on first reading on a vote of 5 in favor and 2 opposed. Resolution 2013-46, Councilman Ashcraft, please.
Resolution 2013-46, an amendment to the Memorandum of Understanding between the City of Logansport, Indiana and Pyrolyzer LLC. Your Honor, I call for a vote on Resolution 2013-46.
Second.
Resolution 2013-46 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on Resolution 2013-46.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
No.
Teresa Popejoy,
yes,
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
No.
Resolution 2013-46 passes on a vote of 5 in favor and 2 opposed. Ordinance 2013-48, that would be Councilman Fox, please.
Ordinance 2013-48, an ordinance regulating air quality within the corporate boundaries of the city of Logansport, including any future annexed territory. I motion for ordinance 2013-48.
Second.
Ordinance 2013-48 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, are these levels exactly in sync with the state of Indiana?
State of Indiana and the United States EPA.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there any more discussion? I see we have an audience member. Come to the microphone. Please state your name and address for the record.
Mercedes Brew, 1315 East Market Street. By the way, thank you for subsidizing the tickets for Birth of a City. That was money well spent. You don't need to protect Pyrolyzer. A clean power plant wouldn't need protection. from the county's clean air ordinances. I'm sure you know that the county commissioners have declined to vote on these ordinances. It's true that the county's proposed ordinances would apply to large, new incinerators and does specify that the definition of incinerator is the one in the Code of Federal Regulations that the EPA wrote and the IDEM is compelled to enforce. So you are correct to conclude that the county's clean air ordinances would apply to pyrolyzer. But the ordinances are no problem for pyrolyzer if what the salesmen have been telling us is true. The county's limits ordinance, there are two, the permits ordinance and the limits ordinance. The limits ordinance limits dioxins to half of what an incinerator is allowed. That's no problem for pyrolyzer. Last April, pyrolyzer CEO Frank Canterbury began his letter in the Ferris Tribune with, "The pyrolyzer system intended for Logansport will not generate dioxin." And that same month, in another letter to the editor, project manager Alvaro Almuina explained why dioxins will not be emitted by the proposed power plant. So, if we can rely on these claims, there's no need to protect pyrolyzer from dioxin limits. Well, what else would the county's proposed limits ordinance do? It limits carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and sulfur dioxide to the same levels required for a natural gas electric generating facility. You probably know that the EPA rules for incinerators are much more lenient than they are for a natural gas facility. So, unless pyrolyzer emissions for these three pollutants are actually dirtier than a natural gas generating facility, there is no need to protect pyrolyzer from these limits either. If the salesmen have been telling the truth about how clean the pyrolyzer process is, then pyrolyzer does not need your protection. Writing your clean air ordinance was a waste of taxpayers' money. The foundation for this whole scheme is the fuel contracts and the investors. Don't be distracted. Don't waste money on clean air ordinances and negotiating with MISO. If you don't have twice the volume of trash that Chicago generates under contract for the next 20 years, this scheme will not work. If you don't have your investors lined up, this will not work. So, if you don't have the fuel and you don't have the investors, shut off the money to the consultants. Quit wasting money on a losing proposition. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me? Yes, sir.
Bob?
As far as us doing this ordinance, since it's just in line with the state and the federal, what I'm concerned about with is I wouldn't want to see the county put on additional restrictions on just the city of Logansport, basically, that we would have to comply with that nobody else in the state would. That would put us at a competitive disadvantage. We wouldn't be able, you could be so tight that we couldn't have any industry here in Logansport. So I certainly don't want to do that. And when you talk about waste of money, we've had to waste about $100,000 fighting a frivolous lawsuit. So that's a waste of money. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Call for a vote on ordinance 2013-48.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-48 passes on first reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Ordinance 2013-49, that one is going to be Councilperson Popejoy, please.
Resolution 2013-49, 49, ordinance...
I'm sorry, ordinance 2013-49.
Ordinance 2013-49, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving a fully executed grant agreement to accept a COPS grant provided by the U.S. Department of Justice. Mayor Franklin, I call for a vote on ordinance 2013-49.
Second.
Ordinance 2013-49 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? See Chief Clark's in the back of the room. Chief, if you would, please come up.
Any questions?
Chief, can you give us the status update of the participation level of the school corporation, Logansport Community Schools?
Yes. I met with Michelle Starkey, the superintendent of the school corporation, along with Greg Correct. I believe he's their financial officer. I'm not sure of his title. They gave me a verbal commitment of $30,000 per year for 4 years. We were in the process. I met with Randy Head, city attorney. He developed a memorandum of understanding, and that was sent to Mrs. Starkey today. It was also sent to the school board attorney, Brad Rosie, today. I talked to Michelle on the phone earlier, and she said she was going to meet with Brad. Hopefully I'd get something, but as of this date, this time, I have not received anything. I expect it soon.
Okay. Council, I know it was a concern of yours. You wanted to make sure that there was a match there from the school corporation. I think there's two ways you can handle this. You could place a caveat on the ordinance that would require school participation before this ordinance becomes effective, or I could also give you my word that I would not sign the ordinance until after we had the commitment from the school corporation. I think either one works, but it's entirely up to you.
Your Honor, would we be amending ordinance 2013-49 or resolution 2013-47?
The resolution, 49 is the one we're on right now, Councilman Liddell.
Right.
Ordinance 1349, you're basically agreeing to accept the grant.
Right, but we're waiting for the memo of understanding from the school corporation, which is addressed in resolution 2013-47.
Exactly.
I was going to make a motion on 2013-47 to add a line pending a return signed memo of understanding.
Okay, that would work also. The ordinance then 1349, if you would like to consider that at this point in time and vote on it, certainly hold to my commitment to you that I wouldn't sign this until we had the commitment from the school corporation. Call for a vote on ordinance 2013-49.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-49 passes on first reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike.
Okay, council, this is where it gets a little bit dicey. I'm going to ask you to suspend the rules to consider Resolution 2013-47 and Resolution 2013-48. They're not on the agenda, as I mentioned earlier. They have been heard in committee meetings. I think you're all informed as to the content of the two resolutions, but as a matter of formality, we need to go through this added step. So, even though that's not on the agenda, I would ask one of you to suspend the rules, somebody else to second the suspension, and then take a vote on it.
Don't we have to add them? Don't we have to add them to the agenda first? Isn't that the correct procedure?
I believe it is.
Your Honor, I make a motion to add resolutions 2013-47 and 2013-48 as they were discussed in committee meeting earlier this week.
Second.
The motion to suspend the rules, the motion to add Resolution 2013-47 and Resolution 2013-48 to the agenda has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Call for a vote on addition to the agenda.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Okay, our council rules do require a unanimous vote in order to place these on the rules, and we have secured that vote. Resolution 2013-47, that would be Councilman Buck, please.
Okay, Resolution 2013-47, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving the agreement between Logansport Police Department and the Logansport Community School Corporation.
Second.
Resolution 2013-47 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, I want to request an amendment to Resolution 2013-47 in the last paragraph now for there be it resolved. After the word agreements between the Logansport, accepts the attached agreement between the Logansport Police Department and the Logansport Community School Corporation, I would like to add the wording pending the memo of understanding being signed and returned to the City of Logansport from Logansport Community School Corporation.
Second.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was really hard to write all that down. Can we?
Signed and returned.
Can we put the $30,000 for the 4 years in that as well? Because they could return it
Right.
with no money.
Okay. So pending the memo of understanding being signed and returned with the stipulations of contributing $30,000 per year
For 4 years.
for 4 years to the City of Logansport from LCSC.
Okay. Everybody understand the amendment? I think it's
Please don't make me repeat it.
Fortunately, we're recording this.
Oh, good.
Chief, do you have further comment?
Can I just add, in the MOU, it specifically says the amount of money, the term of the contract and everything, it's all in there.
Okay.
Just for your additional information.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, that is also, has been added to the resolution, even though it's contained in the MOU. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we'll vote on the amendment first. Call for the vote on the amendment.
Charlie Hastings?
Yes.
Did you get a second on the amendment?
Yeah, Jeremy
He did,
seconded.
Okay.
Jeremy did.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell?
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy?
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Bob Bishop?
Yes.
Joe Buck?
Yes.
Gary Fox?
Yes.
The amendment passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Now, Resolution 2013-47 as amended and in its entirety. Call for the vote.
Jeremy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Bob Bishop?
Yes.
Joe Buck?
Yes.
Gary Fox?
Yes.
Charlie Hastings?
Yes.
Chuck Liddell?
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy?
Yes.
Resolution 2013-47 passes on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 2013-48. Councilman Bishop, please.
Resolution 2013-48, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, approving the new Common Council districts. Your Honor, I call for a vote on Resolution 2013-48.
Second.
Resolution 2013-48 has been moved and properly seconded. Again, we have Community Development Director Chris Armstrong here. She's been working hard on this. I know that she had homework all weekend and didn't get her Christmas shopping done. She didn't get to go sledding or anything else. But Chris is here if anybody would like to ask her questions about the redistricting. Okay.
I would just like to add, on the map itself, I'm right, I think my house is borderline. So I'm okay with approving this as Chris put forward, but we'll need to amend it. I'd like to give me a little buffer there for where I reside, unless they can exactly pinpoint that I'm in my ward, is the only thing I'm worried about.
Right now, it's questionable.
You could, they certainly were trying to make sure that that didn't happen,
Yeah.
so maybe Chris can answer that question.
Chris Armstrong, Community Development Director. After I already had it all done, this morning Randy came in and said he wasn't really sure whether you were in the right area or not, but he said to assure you that once you guys adopt it, we can go back and change it, so it's not going to be a problem at all.
I would just like to make it change so I'm not borderline. I'm actually got like at least one buffer there, so
Yeah, that'll be.
there can't be no mistake.
He assured me that could be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for history's sake, I can recall that area as being part of the area that I served one time. One side of Wheatland Avenue was in one ward and the north side was in another. And there is a line. It usually goes right down the middle of the street, but that's not the first time that that's happened. I think Charlie Hastings had a similar situation maybe about 10 years ago now. The first time he was going to run, he found out he was in a wrong district for him to run for the seat that he was going to seek. So it's not uncommon for that to happen, but that's just for added discussion. But your concerns are noted, and it's noted that.
So I just want to make you aware that we'll probably amendment in January.
Yeah.
If needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Resolution 2013-48. Is there any more discussion? Hearing none. Call for a vote on Resolution 2013-48.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
No.
Resolution 2013-48 passes on a vote of 6 in favor and 1 opposed. Are there any other board member comments? Is there any miscellaneous business, including matters not already considered?
Your Honor, I do have a comment. Sorry, I was taking notes. I did attend the birthday presentation for Logansport's 175th at McHale last evening, and it was fantastic and entertaining and enjoyable and well put together and well attended. I ballparked 550 to 600 people there last night, and it was outstanding. So Mr. Williams, Mr. Slayball, and Mr. Piercy and all the group that was involved in that, they did a great job of capturing our history from a very long time ago until the very recent past. So it was excellent.
Glad to see that was well attended.
I also attended that, and I heard many, many positive comments about that. It was really very well done. The worst part was the last part of it I lived through.
Not the first part, though, right?
That's the worst part.
All right, council, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We're